about 1 year in particular. It was the 2005 season. I'm sitting at home in January of 2005. I don't have a job. And as a guy that's about to turn 33, not having a job in baseball, I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's the end of the road. And as I tell you the story, I look back and I see how God had a plan for my life and what He had happen that year. Not so I could glorify Aaron Small, but so I could glorify God the Father for what He did for me. I'm sitting at home the first week of January. It was actually January 7th. I get a call from my agent, and he said, Aaron, I got a team wanting to sign you. And I said, really? I said, we've been praying for 4 months that God, if you would want us to play, that you'd send a team. He said, Aaron, don't let this scare you, who I'm going to tell you who it is. I thought that was kind of a weird statement. I said, who is it? He said, the New York Yankees. And the first question for me was, why? Why do the Yankees want to sign me? I had an average career, you know, in the view of baseball fans, but the Yankees wanted to sign me. I go into spring training in 2005. I walk into a locker room. I thought I was in Cooperstown. I see Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, Gary Sheffield, Randy Johnson, Jorge Posada, Bernie Williams, Mariano Rivera, the list goes on and on. I'm like, is this really happening to me? And I think, God, why have you blessed me with this opportunity to be a part of this? I go in, have a great spring training. Joe Torre, the manager, calls me in and says, Aaron, I hate to tell you this, you deserve to make this major league team, but we don't have room for you. I said, okay, that's fine, Mr. Torre. I'm just glad you know my name. He said, we're going to send you down to the minor leagues. I go to the minor leagues. I got off to a rough start. I had an injury the first month. And I'm going to tell you, as a Christian, God saved me at the age of 8. And in my career, I tried to play for God because I know He gave me the ability. I wanted to glorify Him in my ability to throw a baseball. But there was a time in late June of 2005 that I began to get selfish. I wasn't giving God the glory. I had a bad attitude. I was treating my teammates the way they shouldn't have been treated, not as a Christian would treat them. And I almost walked away from baseball. I almost quit. I hate to say the word quit, but that's what I almost did. I almost walked away from the game of baseball. And I said, God, I don't want to do this anymore. If I'm not going to have a good attitude and play the game and glorify You and treat people around me, my teammates, with the way they're supposed to be treated, I don't want to play. I almost went home. I didn't share that with my wife or my kids or my parents. I didn't want people to worry around me that were close to me. So what I did was, I called our team chaplain. His name is Bruce Sinclair. I was in Columbus, Ohio, in the minor leagues with the Yankees, ready to quit. I said, Bruce, I'm ready to quit. I need a friend to talk to. I need somebody to encourage me, and I need somebody to just listen to me. Let me be a shoulder to cry on. So Bruce said, Aaron, we don't need to do anything except pray right now. And as we prayed, I said, God, I surrender. I'm tired of my attitude. I'm tired of the way I've acted. I'm tired of the way I've treated my teammates. I'm sorry. God, I'm going to go back and play the rest of this season for You in the minor leagues, and I'm going to do it for You. And I don't want anything else. I just want to do it for You. Now, at this time, I have 1 win and 4 losses and almost a 5 earned run average. You baseball fans know that's not very good, in the minor leagues especially. The day that I prayed that, I didn't pray that I would send me to the major leagues. I didn't ask God for that. I didn't pray that I'd have a winning season. All I prayed was that I'd go back the last 2 months of that season at that minor league level team, and that I'd have a good attitude, and I would do it right for Him and have fun. I don't make any of this up. 2 hours later, I walked into the locker room. Our manager was Bucky Dent, and Bucky said, Aaron, I need to see you. You're going to New York. I said, you got to be kidding me. I don't deserve that. He said, you're going to New York. They need you to start one game. There's been an injury up there. I made a start in Texas 5 days later. It was against the Texas Rangers. It's on ESPN, national TV. Everybody back home and their dogs watching. I know, no pressure on me, right? I go out to start my warm-up, and I say this prayer before I start the game. I say, God, thank You for this opportunity. Help me to glorify You tonight. Help me to go out and have fun. Help me to have a good attitude. This might be my last chance in a major league uniform. I'm in a Yankees uniform in Texas against the Rangers. I'm like, how is this really happening? I go out and pitch the game. I pitch into the 7th inning. They pull me out of the game. We end up winning the game like 11-4 or something. I got a win. I got 1 win, no losses for the New York Yankees. Wow, what an underdog story, right? We go into the locker room. As I'm taking off my uniform top, I feel these bright lights on the back of me, and I hear these cameras clicking on, and I turn around to about 30 reporters holding microphones out saying, Aaron Small, what a great game. This is an underdog story. They should write a movie about this right now. I said, you got to be kidding me. I just went out and played baseball, and you guys think this is something? I said, this. But you know what? They said, Aaron Small, how did you feel tonight? And they stuck the microphone in my face. before I answered, I heard this little voice. If you're a Christian here tonight, you know that little voice I'm talking about. It's not a little bird either. It was God's Holy Spirit saying, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. And I said, before I answer your first question, let me say this. None of this is possible without God the Father. And I thank him for it tonight. I thank him for what he's allowed to happen here tonight. And they're like, yeah, whatever. We want to hear about your game. But I want to tell you, don't ever be afraid to stand up for God. Don't ever be afraid. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of details, but I'm going to move you ahead to about the sixth start of that year. I'm 5-0 at this time. I'm facing the Boston Red Sox fan. How many Red Sox fans we have here? Man, I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and leave if you want. No, I'm just teasing. Facing the Red Sox, we're 4 games out of the division. We're trying to catch them to get to the playoffs. It's the 1st of September. We got a month left to do it. I go out in Yankee Stadium. I got the Yankee pinstripes on. I got this infield behind me that's Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Jason Giambi, Robinson Cano. How can a guy miss? You know what I'm saying? This is unbelievable. I go out there and I pitch into the 7th inning again. They pull me out of the game. Joe Torre takes me out. We're winning like 9-2, 9-3. I did a pretty good job, you know. Thank God for it. As I'm walking off the field, ESPN game again, I'm walking to the dugout and I see this ESPN camera right on me. And my first thought as I'm walking towards our dugout is, don't fall down. My legs were shaking. The next thought is when I get in the dugout, my teammates are congratulating me on a great start. I look around and I start to take it all in, and I'm starting to cry. And the camera's right on me. I'm fighting tears. Everybody back home saying, you're going to be a big baby. No, I'm just teasing. I'm crying. I'm thinking, God, how have you allowed this to happen to me? I had such a bad attitude a month and a half ago, and now you're letting me win games for the New York Yankees. That's 6 wins in a row. Fast forward ahead, I won 4 more. I won 10 straight games for the New York Yankees in a 2.5-month span. No pitcher's ever done that in baseball. I'm the 4th guy to ever go undefeated in a season with 10 or more wins. Thank God for it. Don't thank me for it. Thank God for the ability to do it. And I stand here today to tell you that if you surrender your life to God, that you're going to go 10-0 for the Yankees. I'm going to tell you that ain't going to happen. It may, but I can't guarantee that. And that's not what I was looking for. What I can tell you is that God has a plan for each and every one of us standing right here today. And if you surrender your heart and life to God and live for him, you're going to have a good life. Is there going to be problems? Absolutely. But you got God on your side. He's in control. You're going to have a good life. Let me share one more story with you.